Before we start the video, did you know that I upload PSO2 content daily? So please subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any of my super simplified guides or any in-game updates. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about the Augment passes. As you can see here, the Augment transfer pass, I have 11 of them at the moment. I'm going to be telling you where to get them and how to use them. So first of all, we need to understand what exactly does the Augment transfer pass do, and it's really very simple. So for example, let's say that I have my augments on my Nemesis Cougar over here, which are pretty nice, you know, Noble Might, Mastery 3, Arcs Max, Might 4, as well as Quartz Soul. Let's say that I want to move all 5 of these affixes to, let's say, my launcher over here, because for whatever reason, I want these 5 affixes on my launcher. I can do that if I use these Augment transfer passes. However, do keep in mind that the more affixes your piece of gear has, the more expensive it's going to be, and it's going to cost more passes in order to transfer the affixes over. However, the great thing about this is it's a 100% chance to transfer all your affixes over to your new weapon or your new unit, and there is no risk involved. The only problem is it's kind of a pain in the butt to get this many Augment transfer passes, so I'm going to show you where you get them. So remember the concert area, it's right here. You're basically going to face the concert area and you're going to take a sharp left. And right here, you'll see the Fundamentalist over here, but you're going to take the one on the right over here at Cameo, the Swap Shop Specialist. You're going to talk to him and you're going to go to Limited Class X Cube Exchange Shop. And right here, you'll notice that you've got all these different Augment transfer passes. However, what you want to pay attention to is the fine text up here. Target, Braver, Bouncer, Summoner is the bottom one. The middle one is Fighter, Gunner, Techer. And the top one is Hunter, Ranger, Force. And you'll notice that there's 26 days until reset. And the reason why there's a reset time is because there's a limit of how much you can buy every single month. So for example, if I go to the Augment transfer passes over here, I can only buy 10. So each of these transfer passes cost 2 Class X cubes. So in order to get Class X cubes, you need your class to be max level, which is currently level 80. And whenever you level up after level 80, instead of gaining a level because you've hit the level cap already, you get 5 Class X cubes. So in order to buy 10 of these Augment transfer passes, you need to have 20 of the specific Class X cube. So for the bottom one over here, it's either Braver, Bouncer, or Summoner. It's pick one. So for example, I main Braver, so I have a ton of X cubes over here. So you can see that I can spend 20 X cubes to buy 10 of these Augment transfer passes, exchange, and boom, exchange complete. However, you'll also notice that right here, that now I have 0 remaining. That means I cannot buy any more of these transfer passes with the Braver X cubes or Summoner X cubes or Bouncer X cubes. So the next best thing would be the Fighter, Gunner, and Techer. Unfortunately, I don't play any of these classes, so I don't have any X cubes for any of these classes because I simply just don't play them. And the next one up here is for Hunter, Ranger, and Force. And the same issue here is I only have 1 Ranger X cube because I don't play my Ranger very often. And so I can't actually buy a transfer pass because it's 1 out of 2. I need 2 Class X cubes. So I'm unable to buy any tickets over here. And soon after, when we get the hero in the next chapter, we will be able to buy another 10 of these Augment transfer passes every month. And it will be Hero, Phantom, or Étoile. So this basically encourages players to play multiple different classes and level them up and over level them in order to maximize the amount of transfer passes you can get every month. So you can see for me over here, because I only focus on one class, I only main the Braver, I'm kind of screwing myself over because I'm only able to buy 10 of these Augment transfer passes every single month, while other players who may play multiple classes might be able to buy 20, 30, or even 40 transfer passes every single month, which is quite a big deal because you need a lot of transfer passes in order to transfer your affixes over to new weapons and new units. So first of all, let me show you an example over here. Keep in mind, this is just an example. I'm not actually going to go through with the affixing, but let's say that I want to transfer all the affixes that I have on my Nemesis Cougar onto my Yamigarasu. Thank you everyone who corrected me, Yamigarasu. I still kind of want to call it Yamigasaru, but either way, let's say that I want to transfer all 5 of my affixes over here onto this katana right here. All you have to do is come to the Item Scientist Monica. If it's Dudu, just change the block and just don't even talk to doo-doo. He's a doo-doo, okay? Then you want to select transfer augments right here. So first of all, you want to select the base item. So in my case, it is the Yamigarasu, and then you select the material items, which for me will be the Nemesis Cougar, because I want to take the affixes off the Nemesis Cougar and put it on the Yamigarasu. And right here, you're going to see that I have 5 affixes that I'm able to put in. You can see I've got Might 4, Mastery 3, Noble Might, Quartz Soul, as well as Arcs Max, which is everything that I had on my Nemesis weapon. And I will be replacing Noble Might, Griffin, Soul Spirit 1, Might 4, and Soul Receptor. Then I go confirm. And right here, it'll tell me that, hey, it's going to cost me 15 of these transfer augment passes, as well as 200,000 Meseta, and the augments that will be transferred are going to be all of these ones. So Might 4, Mastery 3, Noble Might, Quartz Soul, and Arcs Max. And it'll say right here, the augment transfer is about to begin. Are you sure you want to proceed? Augments not affix will be lost. Note, with the exception of S-grade augments, all augments on items used as materials will be lost. For rarity 13 stars or higher, owner registration will occur, making it impossible to deal with other players. So this basically just means that your sword or your katana or whatever weapon you have will be bound onto your account. So it'll be an account bound item. However, there is a way to remove this very easily, and I'll show you in a second. So as I said earlier in the video, when you transfer your augments to a new weapon, so such as my Nemesis Cougar, the Nemesis Cougar or the 13-star weapon will become bound on account. And the way to unbind it is very simple. You're going to talk to Monica, and you're going to come down here to cancel owner registration. You're going to click on whatever 13-star weapon or armor that you have, and it's going to tell you right here that's going to cost a little bit of Meseta, as well as a cancel owner registration pass. So where do you get these passes? You're simply going to come to the X-Cube shop. So we're going to run up, take the sharp left to the red light district. And right here at the X-Cube Exchanger, you're gonna come here, talk to the X-Cube Exchanger, come to the X-Cube Exchange shop, scroll all the way to the very bottom, and right here, cancel owner registration pass costs 5 X-Cubes. So all you need to do is buy one of these, and once you have one of those, you're gonna run back down to Monica. Once you're back to Monica, again, cancel owner registration, click on the item you want, and click yes. Keep in mind that there are some repercussions to this, and that is the crafting effect extension level, crafting effect added gear requirement assist / class, as well as crafting effect timed ability installation effects will be removed. So if you have done any crafting onto your weapon, all of those extra added benefits will all be removed when you remove your ownership to the weapon. So just keep that in mind. By the way, I missed out something very important, and that is your base weapon needs to have the same amount of affixes in order to copy over all the affixes that you want. So in my previous example, I used my Yamigarasu, and because it's got 5 affixes, I was able to transfer all 5 affixes from my Nemesis Cougar. However, let's say that I want to transfer it to my Sigma launcher over here, which only has 1 affix, and you're going to see that it won't work. When I go to transfer augments, I go to my Sigma launcher, and then I want to put in my Nemesis Cougar affixes. You can see that I only have 1 slot, so I'm only able to put in 1. I'm not able to put in multiple affixes, and so you need to make sure to upslot the weapon so that it has 5 affixes in order to copy over all the different affixes. And likewise, if you have 6 affixes, your base weapon is going to need 6 affixes. 7 affixes is exactly the same, so forth and so on. And for those who don't know how to upslot, that will be in the next video, so stay tuned for that. But the key thing that I want you guys to know was it cost 15 of these augment transfer passes in order to transfer a 5 affix weapon or unit. So now I'm going to hop over to my second monitor to show you the augment transfer passes cost as you go up in augments. So I will leave the link for this Reddit post over here, and it explains right here very clearly that the amount of passes you need for each transfer varies on the slot value of the target item. So if you have 1 affix all the way down to 4 affixes, it will only cost 5 passes. However, at 5 affixes, as we just showed in my example, it will cost 15 passes. At 6 affixes, it will cost 25 passes. 7 affixes will cost 50 passes, and 8 affixes will cost 100 affixes. So the cost increases dramatically. It basically doubles when you go from 6 affixes to 7 affixes, and doubles again from 7 affixes to 8 affixes. However, the nice thing about this is it's got a 100% success rate to transfer to whatever new piece of gear that you have. So it might be in your best interest to specialize each character to a specific class. That way you're able to maximize on these transfer passes. So if you're a free-to-play player like myself, you're limited to 3 characters. So for example, my first character or my main character is a Braver, and I've always been a Braver main. So it might be in my best interest of, instead of making a second Braver on my second character, to maybe have the second character be either a fighter, a gunner, or a techer. And when that character does their dailies or their weeklies, they're bound to level up and gain experience, and if they're max level, they will gain X cubes. Keep in mind, every month you only need to level up 4 times because you get 5 X cubes every time you level up at max level. So 5 times 4 equals 20 X cubes, and you can buy 10 of these passes. And then maybe my third character would be either a hunter, a ranger, or a force, so that I can also maximize on these passes. Now of course, when the 4th augment transfer pass comes out, which is going to be the hero, the phantom, and the étoile, if you're a free-to-play player, then it's going to be a little bit iffy because you're going to have to juggle it around. But my tip for that would be, on PSO2 day, just use a gold key on whatever class you don't play. So like in my case, I don't really like playing the hunter. So maybe on PSO2 day, I can use like 4 or 5 gold keys and have the hunter as my main class in order to quickly power level through and get those 4 levels in order to obtain my X cubes so that I don't have to worry about it later down the line. But yeah, that's pretty much how you get augment transfer passes as well as how you use them. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I really would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the rest.